What?
Of pressure on Fleek. Waiting for his Camille cooldown. You can see 3 seconds on hookshot.
Yeah, Rascal going to get slowed down here, gets bonked back towards on Fleek, who doesn't quite have that hookshot available just yet. Redemption going to come in from Neon, but he's still going to go down most likely. Hookshot's going to be there, the flash, and on Fleek.
And doesn't end up taking bonus turret shots either. Pretty clean stuff, pretty on fleek if you ask me, is actually Joker forced to flash.
Yep, both of these AD carries completely out of mana. The hook is right in there. Tucson uses the cleanse. Yep. Rascal shows himself, and now there is no flash. No flash on fleek either, but Rascal will lose a lot of his health bar here. Doesn't have the ability to be that choo-choo train, and they are going to finish this one off. Summit not even going to get knocked up, so he'll keep most of his health points down very, very low. Cuz going to be able to take the Cloud Drake. There's Drake #1 as he's going to eat some honey fruit, but Onfleek wants to find this hook shot. Nails the stun there, but Neon gets the trouble bubble through the wall. Cuz very, very low, and Onfleek finds himself on the wrong side of the rift. He'll be taken down. Def grabs that kill, but it's a trade immediately as Cuz falls. Joker can be devoured at this point, but that's going to be on cooldown.
Kingzone to escape with a red buff on Def, but not much else. Watching the replay here, able to maximize damage and I believe immune the trouble bubble there. It didn't look like there was any sleep effect onto the Camille because of the timing of the Hextech ultimatum on the back end of this trade. Def picking up
with his air of sadness when play isn't necessarily going his way here in the LCK.
Nice little trade here from Def. He gets to press the attack procs. A lot of damage on the Ghost. Cuz looking
for
it.
There's the flash. Gets the leap strike. Doesn't get the W. A hook lands. It's a beautiful one. And Cuz, he avoids the whirling death, but it's not going to avoid the death of himself as the Kha'Zix is going to be taken down. Cannon Minion will go down. And as we tick over to 20 minutes, we've got an engaged. Neon gets flashed on by Onfleek, does have himself the stopwatch available though, and Joker saves his life. Whirling Death picks up so much damage, and Onfleek gets another hookshot, gets in on top of Def. The red buff gonna tick down, but not enough to take out the Lucian. Now Tucson eats himself the grey health to keep him alive as Onfleek is engaging absolutely everywhere. Eventually gets taken down by a stray paddle star, I believe. Maybe.
And Neon is pretty exposed.
Yeah, Dove gonna be the goalkeeper here. Does get all of his damage down. Tucson has to use that devour, means Def now has to be a little bit more careful. We've got this fight erupting on multiple fronts as now Ghost with the full shield is going to be there, and Cuz, the Whirling Death going to be blocked by Rascal, so it comes back a little bit prematurely, and Kingzone will limp away from this one. Neon is so extraordinarily low, but can be very, very tricky to pin down in these team fights. Hero's entrance not going to get anyone knocked up as Kingzone. They're just getting lower and lower. Finally, the accelerated shock blast gets it, and Summit jumps his way forward with his hammer out. So much damage from Sandbox as they just clean up the low health members of Kingzone. This will be the ace and a triple kill coming in for Summit.
It's close to a clean.
Sandbox Gaming, so many different options. Not very many wrong decisions to make here as, Kingzone going for one last-ditch effort, and Ghost still hasn't fallen down yet. Hero's entrance just to zone everyone away as Cuz gets hit by the Whirling Death, but does survive for the moment. First kill will be over to Onfleek as Kingzone start this one up. It's a really good knock-up onto Dove, who wants to get himself the taunt. Justice Punch comes in, finds a double instantly onto Def and Neon. How did that even happen? I thought he was caught, but who caught who? Is now Joker wants to get the play onto Rascal, who doesn't have many options. He picks up one kill. Now will find himself the blast cone, but is taken down by Ghost.
Do anymore is a damn Galio.
It's just disgusting amounts of damage. Onfleek looks for it again. The double kill. Probably going to come in. No, it's not. Onfleek deserved that one, though. The kill into hookshot looked glorious from this guy's Camille. These new players come in and they make Camille look like a completely different champion. here in the LCK.
I think that might just be GG. Look at the death timers here. We're pushing up. Death's out of position, and Sandbox want to end the game.
Yep. Neon, not a lot he can do either. The culling is going to come forward, but the turrets are falling down. On Fleek will die, but it will be a trade for the Scion there as well.
Scion dying is not so bad because you can kill the minion wave. Next minion wave is a while away. Can they finish on this push?
Not entirely sure. The Baron buff has, of course, worn off. Sandbox still with 4 members, still pushing up towards this last remaining Nexus turret. Remember, they've got a lot of damage with the Jace available at the same time. Tucson jumps forward. He's just going to explode before the Grey Help can even be used as Cuz wants to get an extra kill. Hero's entrance is going to reposition the Gallios. Now Cuz, does he have enough? No, he does.
Oh, Sandbox.
Able to take him down, and Sandbox, have they bitten off more than they can chew? Guardian Angel now down. As Ghost goes into the stopwatch, Def trying to do more. The empowered shock blast is there, and Summit will finish off the Nexus. It was messy, but it was finished.
Conventional but successful on the side of Sandbox in 2 different ways over 2 different series. 4-0 is still a surprising spot to find Sandbox at the end of their first week of LCK play ever. And 0-4 is the new norm for Kingzone Dragon X. They have a lot to work on coming into week 2 of LCK Spring.
And it's just not the result that you'd expect coming into the LCK, but one we're getting used to now. Dumb One Gaming also 4-0, Sandbox joining them from Challengers Korea, and also now on 4-0. And I feel like celebrating the rookies, celebrating the new players has become the new thing, and I think it's glorious. Even if they're not necessarily the youngest players, with Joker being...
If only we could travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, dance until the dawn.